It all started when a person named Roger PERRON moved into a house located in Harrisville, Rhode Island, along with his wife Carolyn PERRON and his 5 daughters, April, Cindy, Christine, Nancy, and Andrea. When they entered, the first weird thing they experienced was they were told by their neighbors, "Leave the lights on at night for the sake of your family." And soon enough, after a few days, they started experiencing some strange things which didn't seem to be any kind of paranormal activity at first. They started to notice that things started going missing. They used to hear weird noises coming from the walls, but it was nothing out of the ordinary for an old house. The dogs, which they had at the time, started acting weird in the house. They would bark at an empty area where no one would be there. Sometimes they would even hurt themselves, and soon enough the family found them dead. But things worsened after a few days. Birds started flying into their windows. The family would wake up in the middle of the night consistently to find that the clock stopped at 3:07 a.m. The family had also claimed that they saw weird lights around the house. One of the daughters, Cindy PERRON, witnessed things slamming in the kitchen by itself over and over again. She also claimed that ghosts used to tell her at night that there were 7 soldiers buried inside the walls. Things would turn on and off by itself. They used to hear objects crash violently through windows in the night, but they wouldn't find any shattered glass or broken objects. Sometimes the whole house would smell like rotting flesh. The spirits would also lift the beds at midnight. Some of them also claimed that they used to hear someone calling them near the well. They were so traumatized that they started moving in groups. They traveled in numbers. They used to go to the bathroom in the groups of 3. They claimed that there was an evil male spirit that frequently lurked around the house. While using the bathroom, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. They always used to feel very uncomfortable. Carolyn PERRON, the mother, was the most affected of them all. She first started experiencing the haunting with pinches. She would wake up with agonizing pain, and it would appear that she was pierced with multiple needles. The family claimed that the mother was being haunted by one of the many spirits in the house. Her name was Bathsheba. When Carolyn PERRON looked into the history of the property, she found there were several deaths on the property. She also found that the property dates back to 1680. One of the original owner, Mrs. John Arnold of the Arnold estate family, hung herself at the age of 93. There were many women who all died the exact same way in same place. People also claimed that 2 men froze to death in that area. There's a legend of a woman called Bathsheba. She was accused of killing an infant in her care. It was also rumored that she was a practicing Satanist. The family claimed that the spirit of Bathsheba perceived herself as the mistress of the house, and she resented the competition the mother posed. She began gradually changing. She began wearing clothes of a different time period. She even started speaking languages that she didn't learn, and which no one understood. But soon enough, when things started getting even weird, they claimed that the spirit of Bathsheba started torturing her mother. When that didn't work, she possessed her body. This caused the mother and her family intense bodily harm, and it left the family feeling devastated. It somehow came to the attention of Ed and Lorraine Warren, who were paranormal investigators. Many say that the family reached out to the Warrens, but according to the family, a family friend reached out to them. Cynthia PERRON backs up this claim. She said in an interview that a family friend named Barbara went to the Warrens' lecture and told them about the family. Ed was a demonologist, and Lorraine was a medium. After investigating for more than a year, they came to the conclusion that a seance was necessary for the mother. The family states that the seance was far more intense than anyone could have imagined. The seance actually took place in the dining room and not in the cellar, as most would claim. They brought a priest and a medium with them and a whole technical team to the house to somehow record the whole event. The medium opened the door for the spirits, and something came and directly attacked the mother. The family states that whatever attacked the mother was not of this planet. The mother started speaking a whole different language which doesn't exist on this planet, and then she started levitating with the chair which she was in. The next second, when it was done curling the body into a ball, everyone expected to hear the sound of bones breaking. But it threw the mother about 20 feet away in a split second. When the father saw all this, he immediately told the Warrens and the whole crew to get the hell out along with their equipments. He didn't want the Warrens to continue their investigation after seeing the trauma his wife has went through during the seance. The spirits were quiet for several months after the seance. The family unfortunately couldn't move out because of the financial instability. The family was finally able to and had to move in 1980, when the mother said that she couldn't survive another winter in the house. The PERRONs started over in Georgia, but they weren't entirely able to escape what the old Arnold estate did to them. They thought that when they left the farm, they were leaving behind the spirits. But it was not the case at all. Profound attachments were formed between the spirits and the family. It opened the door for the spirits that can never be closed again. Andrea states that the Warrens disclosed that the old Arnold estate haunting was the most compelling and the most intense and disturbing investigation that they ever conducted.